It had been a long and tiresome day for the group of friends. They had been walking for hours, trekking through the rugged terrain of the distant planet they had been stranded on. Their ship had been destroyed in a crash landing, leaving them with no way of returning home. But today, something strange had caught their eyes. Out in the distance, they could see a swirling vortex of blue and purple energy. It seemed to be calling out to them, beckoning them to come closer. Despite their better judgment, they found themselves drawn inexorably closer, until they were standing in a circle around the mysterious portal. The group of teens hesitated, unsure of what to do next. But then, one of them stepped forward, reaching out a hand towards the portal. As his fingers grazed the shimmering surface, the portal suddenly burst into life. A blinding light filled the sky, and a gust of wind knocked the teens off their feet. When the light had faded, the teens cautiously opened their eyes. In front of them was a world that was completely unfamiliar. They had no idea where they were, or how to get back home. All they knew was that they had to find a way through this strange and dangerous world. The teens stood in a line, looking determined. They had no idea what lay ahead of them, but they knew they had to try. Taking a deep breath, they stepped through the portal and into the unknown. They had no way of knowing what would happen next, but they knew one thing for certain: they were not alone. As they ventured further into the unfamiliar world, they encountered strange creatures and mysterious forces, all of which seemed to be guarding the way back home. But the teens were determined to find a way back, and they would not let anything stand in their way. The group of teens ventured further into the strange and unknown world. The path before them was winding and treacherous, and the tall trees seemed to be closing in on them. Every step seemed to bring them closer to danger, but they were determined to find a way back home. As they continued walking, they noticed something strange. The trees seemed to be moving, as if they were alive. They gasped in shock as they realized that the trees were actually sentient creatures, watching their every move. The teens were now confronted with a difficult decision. Should they turn back, or keep going? They had no way of knowing what lay ahead, but they had to keep going if they wanted to find a way back home. The teens continued down the winding path, their steps growing heavier with every step. The forest was now alive with strange creatures, watching their every move. The teens had no idea what they were up against, but they knew they had to keep going. They had no way of knowing what lay ahead, but they kept pushing forward, determined to find a way back home. Suddenly, the teens heard a loud rumbling sound, and the ground began to shake beneath their feet. They looked up and saw a giant creature emerging from the shadows, its giant claws outstretched. The teens had never seen anything like it before. They stood in shock, unsure of what to do next. The creature seemed to be blocking their path, and they had no way of getting around it. They were trapped, with no way out.